The screams came first, piercing the quiet of Odogbo Barracks, Mommy Market, Ibadan. Flames licking at her clothes. A man's voice shouting, "You broke our oath." Omolola Hassan burned. Lawal Faruq, her ex-lover, poured petrol over her, then struck a match. The air filled with fire, pain, and betrayal. It was late evening of Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, when this horror unfolded. Witnesses said Lawal stormed into the market inside Ibadan's military barracks, carrying the weight of a promise and a wound that had not healed. People ran. Barracks soldiers responded. They doused the flames. Omolola was rushed, her skin scorched, to Yaweri Hospital, Akobo. Her burns described by doctors as severe, her condition critical. The next 48 hours would decide whether life clung tighter than death. Lawal was arrested on the spot, in custody at the military police within Odogbo Barracks. He claimed that Omolola had broken their oath, a vow they both took never to separate. That promise, he said, tied their souls together. When she ended things, to him it was betrayal of something sacred. Days earlier, Omolola and Lawal were lovers known among friends as inseparable. They shared laughter, whispered dreams, Sunday drives, sweet messages at midnight. Every portrait they painted together had the colors of forever. But people from Lawal's circle spoke of disapproval, family pressure, cultural weight, whispers of status. Omolola lived in a modest flat near Challenge Abadan. Lawal lived inside the barracks, soldiers' pay, borderlines of privilege. Their differences were small to them, loud to the world. On that fateful Tuesday, as dusk folded into night, Omolola walked through Mommy Market carrying a bag of groundnuts, returning home after buying groceries. Lawal saw her. He ran forward. Traders said he grabbed her arm. Anger burned in his eyes. He pulled out a small plastic can of petrol. People tried to push him back, to reason. He screamed about the oath, words like promise, sacred, never to part. Then the petrol, then fire. Soldiers, hearing the screams, rushed in. They beat at the flames with coats, with water. A lady fell to her knees screaming, "Help! Help!" as Omolola writhed in pain. Military authorities later confirmed quick intervention prevented the blaze from engulfing the whole market that night. At Yaweri Hospital, doctors fought for her life. Skin blistered, airways burned. Omolola's voice was gone. Her body fighting. "We're doing everything medical science allows," said a physician who asked not to be named. "But the risk of infection is high. She needs skin grafts." Police detectives, led by SP Adewale Osofeso of Oyo State Police Command, joined military investigators. The oath angle became central. Was this spiritual, traditional, or simply the mind of a man broken by rejection? Neighbors came forward. Some said Lawal had been unstable lately. Many said the oath was real, taken over kola nut in a small ceremony. But others said Lawal used the idea of the oath to justify rage. Omolola remained unconscious for 2 nights. On the 3rd day, a small sign of consciousness, a fumarole pulse, a flutter of eyelid. Hope thin, but alive. Folk tales say, when a man binds a woman with promise and she breaks free, the spirits watch only chaos follow. They say, oath that is not goodwill may be shadow's chain. Lawal's case drew public outcry. Social media churned. Number oath never separate trended. Women's rights groups condemned the brutality. Calls rose for spiritual leaders to speak against dangerous promises, for military authorities to hold abusers accountable, even inside the barracks. Michael, a friend of Omolola, said she trusted him. She believed love could conquer shame. But love hushed when fire spoke. The courts moved. Lawal was charged with attempted murder, assault, domestic violence. The military police facility held him pending trial. SP Osefeso promised justice. We will ensure the law takes its place. No oath can bind a man from responsibility. Omolola survived. Months later, scars remained. Across her arms, her back. Physical pain, emotional pain worse. She cannot return to markets without flinching at sudden noises. She cannot see petrol cans without panic. Lawal, during pretrial hearing, showed remorse. Eyes hollow, voice small. He said he thought the oath meant forever, that nothing would matter more than love. But love does not excuse flame. Justice became a quiet flame. Lawal's trial prosecuted. Witnesses testified. Videos circulated. Footage of the scene, the screams, the firefighters. Omolola was among them, weak but present. When asked, she said, "I did nothing to deserve being burned." Her voice cracked. The courtroom held its breath. Judgment Day came under heavy rain. The judge condemned the act as heinous violation of human dignity. Nothing sacred in oath, nothing holy in threat. Lawal was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment for attempted murder and aggravated assault under relevant sections of Oyo state law. The sentence would stand as message: love is not licensed to kill. Now, whenever I walk past Mommy Market, I see petrol cans, hear distant cries. Not from her, maybe from someone else still waiting on love they believed in. Folk tales whisper that when flame touches promise, it consumes the oath. Renewal comes only when hearts dare to live unchained, not by fear, not by fire, but by respect. Omolola's wounds healed, her spirit bruised but not broken. She cannot forget. She will not forgive easily. Thank you so much for supporting Story Legion. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more stories. Your continued support means the world to us. Please be reminded also that our folktales and engaging stories are now only on Mondays and Saturdays, while we bring you crime stories and news every Wednesday and Friday. We love you all.